what was the bank?
Chase.
I love these Chase Bank stories. Okay, what happened?
Well, the first day we went, we just, after we heard that you mentioned about going to open an account.
That was last week, right? You went last weekend? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and so we saw that there's new Chase Banks. So we were like, wait a minute. We rolled by and I said, wait. I said, babe, there's a, never Frank was talking about that, so we got to go in and make an appointment. So what we did is we went in, but it was late because it was in the evening. It was about like 5 o'clock. So they mentioned that it was actually 5 minutes to 5, and they said, well, we're about to close, but if you'd like to make an appointment, you want to come back on Monday. So we were like, okay, that was on a Friday. So we were like, okay. So we went in and we made the appointment, but it's crazy because when we went in, it didn't look like a regular type of bank that you go and you see the tellers. It looked different, so we didn't see any tellers. We were looking around, it's different. It just kind of like had booths, and we couldn't see. So I asked him, did they have tellers? He goes, yeah, well, they're over the cut there. So that was pretty interesting, and then you go on, baby, tell them.
And so when they sat down in this little secluded place, and that was interesting because I've never seen anything set up like this before in anything that we ever been in. So that was just a whole new experience for us in ourselves. So as we sitting there and we was asking, well, do y'all exchange the dong? He said, well, yes, we do. I'm like,
well, you started with the dong. You went back. Oh, you smart. Okay.
And then after that, they said, I said, well, do y'all need the Zim? And then they said, I'm not sure. But then as I was looking they had like a big monitor screen. And as I was kind of side-eyeing that, I happened to notice that there was a Zim on there. And I'm like, ooh. And they had the percentage on there was 1.28. And I was like, huh. Funny thing is that with that number is that's actually my birthday, 12. Happy birthday! Yes, I was excited about that. So then they was asking us, they said they wanted to set up an appointment to come back, and I was like, okay. And that was different kind of set up an appointment to open up a bank account before. So I was like, okay. All right, okay, so we set up an appointment, and then they was like, well, the other thing they asked me is like, before we left, it's like, how do you like your coffee? I'm like, ooh.
What? Oh, hello. I want some donuts with extra sprinkles, and I want me a cement bong. What you want, Granny? Dang. Okay, go on. What happened?
Yes, that got me saying, well, you asked me how I like my coffee. Light and sweet. Light and sweet, sir. And then I also was asking because I mentioned, because actually at that point in time, my mom reached out to me and just let me know that something that we've been praying for manifest. So I mentioned that, so I let them know. I said, well, my mom can tell you because I'm a pastor. So my mom just texted me that something that we went for and that we prayed for manifested. So I know that got his attention. Like, oh, wait a minute. I said, well, this is not speaking. These are people. This is also a business. So then I happened to notice that. I said, when I kind of looked at the monitor, and I remembered about J.P. Morgan. So I asked him. I said, well, who's your representative for J.P. Morgan? And then they said, oh, well, and they gave me the person's name, and I was like, oh, okay. They said, well, we can have that person have the appointment too. I said, would that be awesome?
Wait a minute. J.P. Morgan rep is going to meet with you already?
Yes, he did.
No, oh, he did?
Yes,
I'm jealous.
That Monday. Monday we had the appointment.
I'm jealous, man. Did they give you cookies?
No, we didn't get cookies.
Okay, because if they did,
I didn't mention his name to you. I mentioned your name because he began to start talking.
And they threw you out, didn't they?
I was actually excited because when we got home, my husband was like, oh, you really schooled them. And I'm like, well, I've been studying since 26. Because as they kept saying certain things, I was asking them.
You schooled them. I like that. You go, girl. I almost guy, until he finally surrendered. It felt like I was, oh God, I hope this doesn't come across wrong. But you know when you got to train a puppy? Go on the paper, man. What's the matter with you? Or knock on the door, you know, and okay, but that's how we do it. And that's kind of like what I went through. I had to retrain this guy, and he finally broke, and he went on the paper. Go ahead. And that's what I brought everybody. And that's why you and everybody now is going, and the good Lord has said, I think the good Lord is saying, well done, KTFA.
Yeah.
Continue. What happened? So you met. What happened?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So when we met him, you know, we just started, you know, telling him that, because first, like I said, we were talking about just opening an account, and then we began to start. He tried to ask me, so when you're saying foreign exchange, what do you mean? So I said, well, I went off words that you always say, speculative investment. So he said, oh, so you actually have just been, you know, putting currencies aside, so you just have to build it up. And I said, yes. He goes, oh, how much would you actually have that you want to deposit? I said, wait, I'm not finished talking, so I just kept talking about this. I don't know what I was saying. I can't remember what then. He remembered that question, so he brought it up again. And I said, I don't plan to deposit anything right now. I'm not exchanging. I'm not doing any of that.
Right.
And I said, so I don't want to tell you how much that we had, but I will tell you what we had. So then, you know, we mentioned about the victim is down in the Zim. So the Zim bonds, and he was like, okay. He said, well, so do you want to deposit? And I'm like, no. So we were asking, he was trying to tell us about different things, like the rates and stuff like that, and how they are on the screen. So we're like, yeah. I said, well, that's why I want to wait. I said, I'm going to wait. I said, when the time comes, we'll come back and, you know, exchange. So he was like, okay. So he just seemed like he really didn't, I don't know if he was
cooperative.
Yes.
He wasn't argumentative.
Yes.
He received the notice and he treated you with respect. He got your coffee with cream for crying out loud. I'm so jealous. So you see what I'm saying is that there's a new pattern. The paradigm shift is now in our favor. The momentum, is now on our side. And when we go to the banks and simply want a checking account, say, you know, I want to open an account. And by the way, give me your wealth management advisor card, because I know you guys deal with JP Morgan. And if you go to Wells Fargo, the same thing. Open an account and talk to them and say, excuse me, can I have a card of your representative of your wealth management investments here? Yeah, sure. And you'll find out who they are with. I don't know who they're with. It could be Merrill Lynch.
He did give us his card as well.
Good. And y'all left with an account open. You left knowing the Chase people and the JP Morgan people. Now, are you going to go back there again?
We are, yes.
Here's a question for you. Ready?
Yes.
I tell you what, maybe I'm talking too much and you don't want to hear these questions. What do you think, family, huh? Should I stop the recording? I mean, I don't want to upset anybody, you know.
You guys.
And I think I will stop it because the question that I posed was a good question, but I don't want anyone to be disappointed, and I see that there's one person that is very disappointed in me right now, so I'm just going to shut up.
For this currency, and it's been deposited into this account that belongs to you. And it's been issued in one of their truck, JP Morgan has made the dinars. And then when the blessing occurs, boom, you don't have to go. And then when the bunch is this good.
And in the trust, tell us that JP Morgan, he told us that we talked about drafting the trust, and he told us yes, we would need an attorney, and all of that. So,
yeah, you see, all of this, everything I've taught you is all right here. And that's what the guy told him, too.
Mexican restaurant needs liquor. Against liquor, but it was on the Liddy Cons studio.
Sure. To JP Morgan, exchange. So he was like, okay. So he just seemed like he really didn't. I don't know if he was
cooperative.
Okay, Fred.
There's a new pattern.
Yeah, I know it's a new pattern.
One open with a card of your representative of your wealth management Management Investments here. Yeah, sure. And you'll find out who they are with. I don't know who they're with. It could be Merrill
And
Lynch.
he did give us his card as well.
Good.
Right there.
And y'all left with an account open. You left knowing the Chase people and the J.P. Morgan people. Now, let me. Are you going to go back there again?
We are, yes.
Here's a question for you. Ready?
Yes.
Hi there, Mr. J.P. Morgan. Gentlemen, how are you? I'm fine. Tell me, sir, where's your home office? We're from Chicago or New York or, whichever one you chose. Oh, I see. Well, just out of curiosity, sir, why are you here? So, and if he goes, then just smile and say, it's okay, sir. You don't have to tell me. I'm grateful that you're here. And smile. Okay?
They even put their sign up. It was so funny when
I hope you remember that.
He came after we were talking with the, teller and setting the account up. When she went to get the J.P. Morgan representative, when he came in, she goes, oh, let me put your J.P. Morgan sign up. So she switched it in front of him. And we were, I said, wait, can I take a picture first? He goes, oh, yeah, sure. So I took a picture of the sign.
You're going to send me those things, okay?
Yes.
I got it.
That reminds me, like when we have, my family has a family restaurant. We're about to hit 56 years with the oldest Mexican restaurant.
Congratulations.
Thank you. The city council brought us down and gave us a proclamation to hang on the wall. We've got about 10 of those on the wall.
Beautiful.
Yeah, all those years. We've never had liquor. We've never had a liquor license. We don't have anything against liquor, but a Mexican restaurant needs liquor to survive. But it turns out that it was our food that mom and my mother made, and it was something that people fell in love with, and they came for the food. They didn't come to get drunk or have a beer, margarita, whatever.
Anyways, you don't want to hear this story.
And my mother and father.
My point was that she says, as soon as we walked in, Mr. Frank, but just before we walked in, she said, pause. Where's pause?
He's always praying for people and
that's what we live for. There's no other reason. And a lot of people that are worldly, they don't.
I don't know how to pause this thing.
Every day they worship the world. You and I, every day, we worship.
My point was that they put up a sign that said J.P. Morgan representative in the house. And then they walked in and they saw it, and that's when they were introduced to them. And I pointed out to them, isn't that amazing that they have J.P. Morgan representatives now, this week? Ask them, where are you from? Well, I'm from New York, Chicago, whatever. And I said, and then ask them, well, what are you doing here?
Investing in the foreign currency. We already have one set up. We spoke with them. So, but from what we're getting out, we would love to go with Bill Johnson. So, it's the way he has it set up versus our attorney. So, he did tell us that J.P. Morgan, he told us that, we talked about drafting the trust, and he told us, yes, we would need an attorney, and all of that. So, we're like, okay, but...
That's why I send everybody to Bill Johnson. That's why I send everybody to Bill Johnson. I vetted him to the point where I feel very good. He's helped hundreds, if not thousands, of our KTLA members. They're in position. You don't have to have a trust fund, but if you want to, you can go ahead and get your car, your home, put things in it right now. And then when the blessing occurs, boom. You don't have to go and wait and get the all the procedures and steps. Be ready. You want proper stewardship. And you don't want any delays. You don't want anybody, any negativity. So you have a lawyer. Sir, did you say you're a pastor?
Yes, sir.
That's good, but I may even suggest that you take someone else with you that is of spiritual influence. And let them hold your hand in a spiritual manner. Let them witness what's going on. Let them bear witness for you for the future if need be. Take some spirit demon church. Take trusted. Because eventually you will need people like that as trustees. Also, do you have children?
Yes. Big grown adults.
Do they have dinars?
I'm sorry, say that part again?
Do they have dinars?
One of them, yeah, actually They have. I have a lot of family that's invested in this. A lot of my family.
As many of your family members as you can gather together, take them. Then make your lawyer, have your lawyer this bank where you have your account, and have them make an appointment where J.P. Morgan, Rip, the guy that you met, will come to your house with a truck and all the paperwork that's necessary. They will count it there in front of you. They will sign over the account, give you your account number, and you can give the dinars, get it out of your lives, because now you have a documentation that shows you have a rate for this currency, and it's been deposited into this account that belongs to you. Okay? Don't go to a bank. Don't go. Let's just pretend you've got, I don't know, 5 million, 3 million, dinars. That's now, that could be potentially 10 million, 3 million. It could be a lot of money. You don't want to be traveling with that kind of money. I mean, just the idea of getting in a car accident and having it all burned up in the trunk or something, that scares me. I want to protect it. So, the best place to protect anything is in my home.
Yes.
And therefore, this is my fortress. My windows and doors have been blessed by oil. We will make sure that they come to our environment. And we will do whatever business transactions is necessary here in the witness of family, spiritual background, lawyers, whatever it takes. And they will bring a Brinks truck. They're not going to put it in their car also and just take it out. The Brinks truck will help at least in the sense that if it gets in an accident, they're fired to a degree. If they have weapons, in other words, they'll be able to take care of what now belongs to them. It no longer belongs to you. It was nice coming to you guys. You taught us a lot, and when you go, you're going to now know what to ask Mr. J.P. Morgan, okay?
Yeah.
So where you from, dude? I'm from New York. What you doing here, fool? See what he said.
Yeah, they're actually new branches. The other one, I think works out of another city. So he goes between the two, they said.
But why are you doing that now? Your home base is in these other states. I think you have a home base in Washington. I think you have one in Texas, Chicago, New York. So why are you guys roaming around right now? It seems to me you would do that at the end or the beginning of the year when you're looking for investments.
Right.
Yeah, okay. But it's good to have you here at the beginning or coming to the end of this first quarter here. We've been expecting a lot of things in this first quarter. And I look forward. And the last and final thing I'll tell you, maybe write it down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Don't worry about the Zims. Don't worry about the dong. Tell him exactly. Show him. Maybe write it on a little piece of paper and give it to him. Show him exactly how many dinars you have.
Okay.
They know the potential. They know that Zimbabwe currency is. Zimbabwe doesn't even have a currency. They use American bonds to run. Use American bonds to run their country. Who knows? Maybe they'll come back to their currency, their fiat, later down the road.
Well, they do. What they said also was like, you know what? Things, especially the bank manager, he was like, things are, I think things are changing. He goes, everything is changing. So, he was so excited about meeting my husband. He just kept shaking his hand. He said, I'm so excited to do business with you. Yeah, it was just amazing just watching it.
He knows your potential, guys. He knows your potential. And when you show them that little piece of paper of how many dinars you have, they are going to start to calculate and plan what they can do to protect your money.
Nice. Yeah.
Be
Anyways,
careful.
I'm so proud of you. See you tonight on our UB2B, and I'm going to play this recording with your permission.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You want to hear one more? I don't.